Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for High Velocity Radio.
Welcome to Coach the Coach, helping business coaches have more impact in less time. Broadcasting live for you on the High Velocity Radio Show and from the Business RadioX Network. Brought to you by the Business RadioX Studio Partner Program. To lock up your market and own your backyard, mybrxstudio.com. Lee, didn't we do one of these earlier today? Man, we're hopping.
You can't do too many of these shows.
That's right. No, it's good stuff. We're meeting such marvelous people, bright, passionate practitioners out there doing some really good work. We want our listeners to know about it. This is no exception. Please join me in welcoming to the broadcast business coach, executive coach, branding expert, Miss Asha Mankowska. How are you, Asha?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for invitation.
Well, Asha, before we get too far into things, can you talk a little bit about your practice? How are you serving folks?
Sure. So I had a little history with businesses since I was born. I think I was the first entrepreneur in my family. My parents from Europe, they loved, solid education, solid job, and that's it. And the freedom of having a business or, owning corporations were not really welcomed back in the days. It was considered not safe and so on, right? So, but it was always my passion. Even when I was an attorney for 11 years, my favorite things, believe it or not, was to promote attorneys, was to create packages, programs, ways that they can reach out to their ideal clients, developing a sales processes and so on, marketing, promoting. And as you know, in a lot of industries like being an attorney or maybe financial markets, it's really, there's so many limited possibilities to do so. So basically, after 11 years of being an attorney, I really decided that it's no longer my passion and I'm ready for exploring more in business world. So I really dived into branding, into business development, and that became my passion since then. A few years ago, Forbes Magazine also recognized me as one of the top businesses and career coaches in America, which it was an amazing honor, hard work. And I'm serving my clients, and my ideal clients are really people and corporations and companies with passion. That the first value is to serve clients at the highest level. I don't care what they do. That's my ideal client, and I help them really with every single step of the way, from building a business plan, how to grow, how to scale, to really grow every single level and aspect of their business.
Now, what is the pain that your client is having before they go, you know what, I got to call Asha the Amazing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before they call Asha the Amazing, I think they realize that they've done great job already in their business, and now they are ready to grow, maybe accept more clients, maybe do a little transformation here and there. Sometimes it's just a little tweak is enough. And they realize, I think we are ready. We exhausted everything with our ideas. So we are really ready to reach out to an expert, to professional, and have someone take a look at our business from outside.
So through fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes, yeah. And what I love the most it's not all about, because some people are a little bit scared, like, oh my God, maybe this person will tell me that I will never grow or scale because so many things are not working. No, that's not the way to think about it. I always work with my clients' strengths and something that it's already working, So we really only spend time and invest our efforts into growing from great to amazing.
That's right. That's good. Now, a lot of your work is around branding authority and positioning your clients as experts. Why is that so important, you feel, in business? Correct.
I mean, I've noticed from the beginning that one of the biggest challenges of companies was, let's say, acquiring the right ideal clients, the quality clients, attract them to you. People that will stick around, that will love you, be loyal, retain them. So they will stay with you, keep spending money with you, right? So, like with a first impression, we only have literally a few seconds to do so, right? And that's it. So exactly imagine that the first impression rules, all the factors also apply to your business or your life, right? So when you are being positioned, or your company having a very prestigious and strong brand, people recognizing you, they already, before even, calling you, they already know you, like you, and trust you. So you have credibility in their eyes, right? Mm-hmm. How likely is this that they will be willing to do business with you? Right away.
Right. It's a higher probability of them working with you because you've already built that kind of trust. And that's usually the hard part, right?
Right. So that's why, people sometimes think or they mistaken branding or positioning as some sort of, logo or having colors on your website, right? I'm sure you came across this mistake so many times. And obviously it's not. Is, like you said, the bond, the trust, developed prior even our client will reach out to us to hire us.
Now, can you share a little bit about, now say I find you, I trust you, and I'd like to consider working with you. Can we go through, like, what does that onboarding look like? What's it look like when we first meet and decide to work together? Can you share for our listeners some way, some questions you ask, or, so they get an idea before, they've actually done it. This way they get a kind of a sample of what to expect. Because a lot of people are afraid of things when they don't understand all the details.
Right. But they don't know the process, right?
Right.
Oh, my goodness, what's going to happen?
Right. So what happens when, is it all on the phone? Does it happen in person? What does the coaching look like?
So my clients they are local, they are all around United States, but they're also international. So it really depends when the client is located. And sometimes I go to them. So let's say they have a bigger team, so they're flying me in when we do trainings and so on. So my answer is all of the above.
Okay. So
we also do webinars, and when you're ready to start working together.
Let's pretend I'm in San Diego and I call you up and I'm going to meet you. So do we meet at your office, or you come to my office? How does that work?
So first of all, I'd love to schedule like a very short 15-minute call, even before we meet, to see if we will be a right fit for each other. Right?
Good idea.
I'm sorry?
That's a good idea. That way, why waste anybody's time, right? If it's not a good fit, why?
Absolutely. It's just respecting everyone's time. and effort, right? So 15 minutes call will tell you a lot about your potential clients, and if you're the right coach or consultant for them. So they can really brief you on their main challenges, and you can see if in my head I already know what type of strategy I would see for them, right? So that's step number one. Step number two, if we decide, okay, I would like to take it to the next step, I would like to take it further, we will schedule first discovery session, strategy session. People love to call this so many ways. But at this, we actually meet in person if we are in San Diego. Okay. That's my preference too. And I rather to do it at my office as well. It's in the heart of downtown. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. People absolutely love it. Because also sometimes, when you are in your own office, you're still at the same surroundings.
Right.
And, going to somewhere else will really fresh your ideas, give you a fresh, perspective on so many things, believe or not. Mm-hmm. But before we meet for the session, usually it takes a few hours because we actually dive in deeper into business. Before we even meet, my clients will receive from me a business assessment that will, it's sort of like a questionnaire, and where they can give me way more information, because I really want this to be, when we actually meet, I want this to be very beneficial, and I want them to leave with a ready blueprint that they can implement right away.
So you give me some homework. So I got to do some homework before I'm going to meet with you, right? And that, absolutely.
And
then you can be prepared. And because now I send it back, and then you have to prepare a little bit, so then you can customize your solution to my problems, right?
Absolutely. Yep. That's it. Because, I don't believe in one cookie cutter solutions for every company, because it doesn't exist. And every really good, solid business consultant or coach will take her or his time to analyze the situation of particular client, right? Do maybe competition research and so on so many levels to be at the best service to your client.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so now I've done my homework. I send it to you. You've done your homework. You've prepared. Mm-hmm. Now I come to your office, and and we're ready to do this kind of discovery, get to know you in person meeting. And you said it takes a couple hours to really kind of dig in there, because at the end of the day, you want to give me kind of an action plan, right? Like, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. It's going to take about this long to start seeing results, right? So then after this get together, I'm going to have a pretty good understanding of what's possible, right?
Absolutely. And even more so because, for some companies, they just needed the eye of the experts to take a look at this, and they can go from there. They can implement totally by themselves. So sometimes it really takes as much as one good meeting, in order to take care of a lot of the challenges that company might have. But if, let's say, we decide, we would love also your help with implementing every single step, I am more than happy to do so.
Okay, so you can work either as at a strategic level or even as an implementer, your team.
Yes,
right?
I love the execution part, because believe it or not, how we say that the evil is in details, right?
Right. The devil is in the details, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's not only about receiving a great strategy, it's implementing it step by step into your business. So that's, I think, where the true power of having an expert on board will really be a deal breaker and a deal maker for your company.
Right, because with you, you're not only getting an expert coach, you're also getting someone that's going to help execute some of the plans to help grow the business.
That's right. That's right. And I'm very lucky and fortunate to attract people and business owners that are really result oriented. They are leaders, so they do understand the power of having a dream team or people on board that are helping with the vision and helping to execute. But also because I am so result oriented, it's really so much fun for me to see my clients successful, right? And growing with their revenue, with the positioning, branding, or whatever we are actually working on.
Now, do you ever get somebody who's maybe kind of more aspirational, like they have these dreams, but they've never really made 6 figures or 7 figures? And have you been able to talk to that person, coach them up, and then help them achieve that dream of all of a sudden now they're, almost a millionaire?
You know what? It's all about how much you will put into that as well, right? So how much client will put into that. So let's say the client is a visionary, right? It was a huge aspiration and so on, but they really have to follow the steps. They really have to do the work, right?
Right.
I can say yes, absolutely. When they do the work, when we implement everything, because as I said, it's always a partnership. That's how I look at this. I can do, my part if my client will do their part.
Right.
If not, I can be the motivation every day, and put a smile and ignite, so on. But it's just not going to go any further.
Right.
But yes, we had amazing success. But also we have people that, it's not only the bright side. We also have people that say, oh, I had a great inspiration, but it's overwhelming. They were not, the growth were not ready yet to achieve. And it's not only the figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8-figure mark. I think it's everything, It's sometimes it's as easy as you are a leader and you have a team. Are you ready to hire the right people, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready to grow? Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're working with these people and they start seeing some success, that must be so rewarding for you, right? That's when...
Oh, my God, yes.
That's why you wake up in the morning, right?
Yes. It's the most rewarding thing ever, I think, because then, it gives them so much confidence in themselves, in the products that they're offering. And I want them to think about me also, if they're going through something, if there is, because we have to overcome some fears, some challenges, that will arise on the way of implementing everything. So they have the comfort of being able to reach out to me, share them with me, and hear real, tangible, candid, but mostly positive feedback. Versus maybe some people, maybe our loved ones even, will, instead of feed our fears, saying, oh, no, maybe that's too risky. No, maybe just go back to your old life,
If you're just now joining us, you're listening in to the Coach to Coach series on High Velocity Radio and the Business RadioX Network, helping business coaches have more impact in less time. Brought to you by the Business RadioX Studio Partner Program. To lock up your market and own your backyard, mybrxstudio.com. So, Asha, as you went out on your own and decided to establish yourself as a practitioner in the marketplace, did you struggle with setting your fee structure? And whether you did or did not, do you have any advice maybe to offer some of the rest of us who don't really know how to go about setting our worth or our fee structure out in the marketplace?
Actually, I did not, but it was only because when I moved into my new career, so to speak, career path. I was an attorney before, right? Like I mentioned.
Mm-hmm, right.
And it just happened that being an attorney, you have to schedule, you already have certain standard of your fees, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And as we know, they are not inexpensive and they are not very inexpensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
And the moment that I actually made a decision that I want to move into a new career path, the first day I got 11 clients.
Whoa.
How that happened? All my past co-workers, attorneys, they already knew what I've been doing. So they said, you know what, call yourself whatever you want. Asha the amazing business coach, consultant, whatnot. But please stay with us and continue what you've been doing for us. Wow. So the trust was already established. The fees were already established. So for me, the transition was much more smooth financial-wise, right?
Right.
And I know a lot of coaches, because I work with a lot of coaches and consultants, they struggle maybe at the beginning with setting up the packages and pricing and so on. Because, we've been taught by chance that, you have to give out the strategy sessions for free. And, I'm sorry, but people don't appreciate when they are not invested in financially, when they are not invested in emotionally, they won't implement, they won't appreciate, and it will be a waste of your precious time.
Right.
Excellent point.
Right. So what I always say to my clients, even your first discovery session or anything, you are already implementing for your clients your value, years of your experience. So please never, ever give out this for free, right?
Right.
And when we build packages or pricing systems for them, it's not, my clients are not the cheapest on the market. I have to tell you that. But they are one of the most amazing people and specialists and companies on the market because of customer service, because of their passion, they care, their connections, and so on, their influencers that they worked so hard for. And that's the value that you're actually introducing to your clients, not the price, right? So you don't want to be chosen because you're cheap, right? Like 99-cent store, but you want your clients to really invest also financially in you and in their growth, right?
Yeah.
More than maybe they will be a little bit out of their comfort zone, which is good. It's good for you and it's good for your clients because the more they are invested, the more benefits they will get. That's the truth.
So now, what's the perfect client look like for you? Do you specialize still in lawyers, or you work with like consultants? Who is the perfect client for you?
Mm-hmm. So I opened 2-3 years ago. I opened my academy. It's highly paid expert academy. So this academy is really working with all consultants, coaches, lawyers, experts, and so on. It's fantastic for them. Even for first enrollment, I have my clients coming from United States, from Europe, from Canada, New Zealand, Australia, you name it.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So that's it was fantastic, It was great joy for us because all these experts were, in business for maybe 20, 30 years already, or maybe 15, but with a huge success. And they were ready to expand, right? To maybe little shifts here and there. to get there they really wanted to go. My second ideal client are companies. And they can be, 3 or 4 years in business and already making multi-million-dollar revenue, and they're ready for the next step, right? For the expansion. And doesn't have to be, I had all kinds of companies. It's because the rules, the steps will be very similar for me. So those are the ideal clients.
Right. So the company can be in any industry, right? It could be a medical practice. It could be a lawyer's office. It could be a manufacturer, a startup, right? Because
yes,
and you're targeting the leaders, right? You want to give the leaders the tools to be successful.
Yes. Because, I really I found companies that want to be the leading company in their market space. Mm-hmm. And it's a great goal. It's a great achievement because I know that these companies, they are really determined, So when you do what it takes to achieve your goals, that's when you're successful. When you do what's convenient, you won't be successful, right? Let's be real.
Right. Now, before we wrap things up, do you mind sharing a piece of actionable advice for that new coach, the person who's just getting started, and that maybe you can help them kind of smooth the path and not make some of the mistakes maybe you made very early in your career? Do you have a piece of advice that a new coach could take to kind of help them?
Absolutely. Please remember about the huge value that you are going to be adding to your client's life, business, maybe health, maybe wealth, depends on what you do. You never make decisions based from your comfort zone. You have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone because that's the only way you will deliver the right content to your clients. And marketing and positioning and branding yourself as a go-to expert from the beginning, it's one of the most important keys to have a successful business.
Good advice. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you to learn more about your programs, maybe get some coaching, maybe attend one of your events, what's the best way to find you and connect with you?
Fantastic. I am very big and active on social media, LinkedIn and Facebook. And believe it or not, those two are absolutely amazing to get connected. All my information and how to schedule a few minutes of conversation with me are out there. So please connect with me on LinkedIn. It's Asha Mankowska, or you can Google me, your favorite business coach, and also on Facebook, Asha Mankowska, your favorite business coach as well.
Good.
And I would love to schedule a quick conversation with you, learn how I can help you in whatever challenges that you're going through now.
Okay, and listeners, the spelling is ASHA, that's Asha, and MANKOWSKA. If you type that in, you will find her pretty quickly. There's not a lot of Asha Mankowska coaches out there. And so she's easy to find.
There's only one in the world.
That's right. That is all we need, right? The one is enough. You got it covered.
Yes, it's like a perfect marriage, one husband or one wife is enough.
That's right. Well, Asha, thank you so much for sharing your story. It has been a joy. The advice you shared was so important, and we look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. That was a pleasure.
All right. This is Lee Cantor for Coach the Coach. We will see you all next time.